I might be riding that.
No, we're going to be riding e-bikes, little folding e-bikes together. Apparently it's folding e-bike.
I get first dibs on all e-bikes, so...
Wolf Tick Nation, thank you guys for tuning in to, once again, a very important bonus episode.
Are you not going to let me finish my pork rinds?
Do you want to finish them?
No. Get off my hand!
Hello. Well, Engwe sent us an EP-2 PRO
E.T. phone home?
Engwe has sent us an EP-2 PRO folding e-bike.
Remix! What are you doing?
We're going to unbox this thing for you guys, give them a little initial impressions. We're going to do the magnet test. We're going to weigh this bike. Apparently this thing's got some pretty cool features to it. Well, without further ado, it's a bonus episode. Guys, let's get after it. Let's open this thing and let's see what it comes with.
Whoa, man, who goes that? Don't cut into the bike.
Alright guys, are you ready? Now they didn't pay us anything for this review or initial impression.
You're not getting paid for this. Ready?
Yep.
Let's see what we got.
Boom! Oh, dude! Look at the rim!
Whoa!
Look at the rim!
What the heck?
Oh, buddy.
Dude, it's a big tire.
Alright, let's start getting after this thing. Now, I'm going to do this proper. I'm going to use scissors instead of my knife. I can't wait to see how heavy this thing is. The rim. You know what I'm saying? The wheel and the rim combo. Wow, it's not that bad.
Really?
It's not bad.
Oh, it's not that bad.
CFT, BFT, 20 by 4 inch tires. Gosh, that's awesome. Hold that.
Hey, is that a sealed bearing?
Yeah, it's got a little steel bearing there. Look at the steel bearing. Dude, we got some fender action. And
fender action.
listen, it's a tin fender. It's not plastic. That's a lot of cables. Oh, it looks like a lot of cables.
Think there's extra cables?
It looks like extra cables to me.
I think you're going a little crazy.
Alright, so this thing's supposed to have a 12.8 amp hour battery.
Oh.
And it's a 48 volt lithium ion.
Okay.
Okay. It's supposed to have a distance. Now, it's got some different levels of pedal assist. We'll be talking about that in a real-time review. It's supposed to have a distance of 50 miles, depending on how much pedal assist you use.
Yeah, I'm going to say I think that's be dependent.
Yeah, I'm really curious in seeing how much battery usage. You know, we've gotten pretty used to e-bikes. You know what I mean?
I've gotten used to them.
Yeah, you've gotten used to them.
That's a massive seat post.
Hey, it's got a massive seat post. This is a 33.9 millimeter seat post.
Wow.
And guys, guess what? This bike has a maximum payload of 330 pounds.
Dang.
Yeah. So, dude, here, take that.
Dude, that
you can
is
like
beefy.
punch somebody with that
Man,
thing. 750 watt brushless rear hub motor on it. And apparently, it's got 80 Newton meters. Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Of maximum boost torque. So all you e-bike guys out there, is 80 Newton meters a lot of torque? There's a lot of guys here at Wolf Tick Videos, part of the Wolf Tick Nation, that are e-bike guys. So let us know. Is that a lot, guys?
I mean, there's a few people that are into e-bikes.
Let me tell you something, man. Look at that. Look how different that is. That is cool. And I'm wondering right here if this is where the battery is. I think there's a battery in there.
Do you?
Yes. Feels like aluminum. Let's get this bike built up, okay? Let's get this thing built up. I'm seeing a very cool fork up here. And then let's get on the bike stand.
Really?
Remember, we're going to be weighing this bike. Yeah, it looks neat. We're going to be weighing this bike. We're going to be doing some other stuff, the whole initial impressions. Let's get this thing built up, guys, and then we'll start talking about the specs. Alright guys, well, we finally got the bike put together. It took a little bit. The biggest problem being the stem and trying to get that aligned properly. That was kind of difficult. But other than that, I think the thing looks pretty sweet. We're fixing to put it up here on the bike stand. And you're asking some
questions.
questions.
Are we going to put it on the bike stand? How the hell are you going to put it on the bike stand?
I don't know.
I don't think we're going to put it on the bike stand.
Maybe we'll put it up on the bike on the workbench. I see what you're saying. It might be a little difficult.
Here's my thing. I asked you a couple times about battery. You said it's inside there. So it looks like it's got a charge port. So yeah, it's inside there. But now this is kind of like Al Capone's vault. We're going to open this up. We don't know if there's anything in there and what's in there.
So we're going to push this. Okay. All right, and it opens nice and easy, right?
Al Capone's vault.
Dude, look at that.
Is there a battery?
Yeah, there's a battery. Okay, do you guys see this? Okay, ready? Look at that. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is something I completely forgot about. On the website, it said it had a anti-theft deterrent system for the battery, and I'm like, well, how is that? Apparently, this is it. There's a big bar there, as you guys are seeing. All right, so we put the key in. Now that little thing go away.
Yeah, it went in.
Yep. Okay. I don't want to pull any harder on that because it feels like it's going to break. Like oh, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, well,
got to pull the key out. Now that is a light battery. Again, that's a 48 volt, 12.8 amp hour lithium ion. Limited charge of 54.6 volts. Charging current at 20 amps. Discharging current at 15 amps.
This one has a fan. I do like when they have a fan. Output is 54.6 volts at 2 amps. If it's pretty dead, it's gonna be about 6 hours. 5 to 7. Yeah, that's so. Yeah, I'd say it's a 6-hour charge, but according to the numbers. Okay, light comes on, fan's running. It's a red light, so hopefully it turns green when it's done.
And there's no indicator on the battery itself to let you know how full it is. There might be on the display. We'll mess with that here in a little bit, but
yeah, we'll put a little bit of charge in here. Don't know what it came with. We don't, you know, some come with some more than others.
All right, guys, well, here she is. I'm going to step out of the way so you can see it in all of its glory. Now, this is the Engwe EP-2 PRO. It's all put together. Not really that bad putting it together, huh? I mean, I thought that all the electronics and all that stuff was actually plugged in, but really,
a little involved.
We got it handled, and man, the bike looks great. A cool thing with Engwe is they sent us like 2 different open-end wrenches, a multi-tool, some zip ties. So everything that you need to put this bike together, it came with it. So that's pretty cool.
That's nice.
Now, before we go any further, remember, guys, we're going to be weighing this bike. We're going to be checking out the display. We're going to be doing a Wolf Dad, Wolf Man dyno test on the front fork there because there's something special.
Which one is it?
But we're going to do the aluminum test. We're going to do the magnet test and see what all on this bike is aluminum and what is steel. All right. The frame is all 6061 aluminum. Okay.
Oh.
That is steel. The crank arms are aluminum. And this fork, ready? Yeah, it's steel. The neck, whatever you want to call that, is aluminum. And put that up on the bars, would you? It's way up there.
Let me see this little guy.
Aluminum?
Aluminum.
The wheels? Aluminum? It's supposed to be aluminum wheels.
Look. That, and then look.
Huh. I think aluminum. The sidewalls right here
sidewall's steel.
Yeah, it might be.
And the middle is aluminum.
Might be the rim all the way around is steel, and the middle is aluminum. I'm not sure. Do you guys not love that rim design? This right here is really neat because it kind of separates itself from a lot of e-bikes that you see. You know what I mean? All right, guys, let's start talking about the specs of this bike. Now, the bars, those look to be about a 610 millimeters long. That's with the grips on there. Not very wide at all, but surprisingly, sometimes with these folding bikes, it's kind of comfortable. So we'll see how it does in the real-time review. The stem. Now, that is something, I'm going to call it the neck on this bike. What's pretty cool is it's adjustable. That's something that's interesting. We're going to see on the real-time review if there's any flex on it. But you can adjust this thing from 18 inches long from the top tube, if you want to call it that, to 14 inches long. Now, we did measure the forks out, and those have a 70 millimeter. Remember, this is not the amount of travel, but we're doing the Wolf Dad dyno test. The exposed stanchion is 70 millimeters of travel, and there are 28 millimeter stanchions. Now, the fork is a coil fork. It's probably one of the heavier parts of the bike. Other than the rear brushed motor back there. But it does have a preload knob, and it does have an adjustment for the lockout. So that's kind of cool. The grips up there, those are those Ergo Comfort grips. Now, I'm really against those grips, but when the bike chick was down here and we rode together, when I rode her bike, she was explaining to me her grips, and they're just like these. They're very comfortable, and she brought up a really good point. She says, you know what, the reason they're like that is so on long rides, your hand, you can have actually a big... more of an area to actually place your hand and rest it.
You didn't realize that?
I didn't know what the heck the point was until she explained it to me. And she's exactly right.
Why would you ask me? I understand that.
Well, I let her explain it to me. It's got waxing, brake levers, and the brake calipers are filial. All right, they are disc brake, and we've got the 160mm rotors, both front and rear, so hopefully the stopping power is there, and it looks like it's an actually full-size rectangular pad, not those little circle ones I don't like. Now let's talk about the group set. Up front, you've got a big old Mickey Mouse shifter, and the reason people are fans of those... You like them, I like them. The reason we're fans of them, a lot of e-bike guys are fans of them, because they work. We're not going to be able to put on the bike stand, I don't want to break that thing, so we'll be doing a real-time review and talking about the shifting, so make sure you guys turn your notifications on, okay? Now, the rear derail, we've got a Shimano Tourney 6 to 7 speed, and it's got a 14 to 28 tooth, and that's all tied together with a Cam C chain, and the chain ring up front is a 50 tooth with a Pro Reel 170mm crankset. And something I like about this bike, you gotta think, we already showed you guys it can fold, and so can the pedals, you know? I love the folding pedals. You gotta put this thing in the back seat of your car. They've thought about that, so it tucks away nice and easily. We've got the rack on the back. And again, guys, this thing has a weight capacity of 330 pounds. That's a lot of damn weight. I'm not sure what you can stack back here, but if you're gonna be going for a long trip, I think you can definitely fit, like Wolfman, he always puts camera bags back there, and he loves these rear racks on the e-bikes. So it's definitely a cool option to do there. We've said it earlier, it's got a 33.9mm seat post. That is huge, with what looks to be a pretty comfortable seat. The seat doesn't have any kind of suspension in it, or any kind of like springs or anything, but it does look pretty big and padded. But overall, it's a great looking bike. I cannot wait to do the real-time review and get Wolfman and me on this thing. Now, the tires, they are CST BFT 20 by 4 inch fat tires.
I think people should comment what CST and BFT stand for.
Yeah, what CST and BFT stand for? Let us know in the comments.
I know what I think they stand for.
Yeah, well, you're not, you're chickening those. And the axles are threaded axles, so you don't have a crook release up front or in the rear. If you do get a flat, you're going to always have tools with you, but Engwe already took care of that, and they sent you some tools. Oh, something we did want to mention about the lithium-ion battery, it's kind of a pain in the butt. It's difficult to read. Ignition, it's got a lock, push, a start or a run section.
Yeah, I'm going to show them that.
And the thing that's kind of a pain in the butt is when you look up underneath the frame when this is inside of the frame, you can't see any of that. So it's kind of a guessing game. Alright guys, well that's pretty much the Engwe EP-2 PRO in a nutshell. Great looking bike.
You sure it's the model?
I'm sure right now. Yes, I'm sure right now. It's got a top speed of 28 miles an hour. Let's go ahead and check out the electronics. Let's do the Wolf Dad dyno, and then let's weigh this thing, and then we'll get out of your hair. If you guys appreciate our initial impressions, please give this video a thumbs up. You like a little bonus action? Give this video a thumbs up.
I got the charger going on it.
Yeah, I hear it. Alright, electronics test. Let's check out the display. Let's check out how we power the sucker on. Alright, I'm holding the power button.
Okay.
Nothing. And there's no key in this thing, so we have to put the key in it?
Is there a run position on it?
There might be. So straightforward is like, let's go.
Okay, it's locked in there then.
It's locked in. Shows that we got a fully charged battery.
Well,
which
we don't. But
we don't.
Anyway.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Level assist. Let's turn the headlight on. This is the headlight switch. Okay, and it shows that it's on.
Come on.
Alright.
And
LED. Tail light. Cool. Yep. Now when you hit the brake.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh yeah, it has brakes and tail light.
Awesome. Now what's this?
I didn't get a good look at it.
I don't know what this button is. I think it has an eye on it for info. Oh, cool, info. Okay, so 0 miles traveled. We've got max speed, average speed, and total trip. Cool. I like how it's all integrated in this.
That is nice. That whole control little panel switcher thingy is good.
Mabob.
Yeah.
The thingamabob. That's for LeBron photo. Thingamabob.
Wolfman Dyno.
Okay.
Alright guys, Wolfman Dyno. Wolf Dad Dyno, if you will.
Wolfman Dyno.
Remember, we've got a big old heavy honking fork up here.
Wolfman Dyno.
Maybe 70 millimeters of travel, preload, and lockout. It's full open right now.
You say 70 millimeters of travel?
Yeah, if that.
Really?
Alright, so we're full open on the preload.
We have that much? Oh, I just shifted.
Just getting into it so much he shifted it.
Oh, that's
you're bottoming.
I bottomed out quick.
Okay, let's turn the preload knob all the way to the right.
See
and that's supposed to be tight.
Oh, it does make a difference. It shifted again.
I felt it made a difference.
It does make a difference.
Okay, so that makes a difference. That's good, okay? Usually those don't make a difference. Now let's go in the lockout.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We're going to use the full fat tire ability there with the suspension. Yeah, definitely on the lockout.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Well, that has been a
Wolfman Dyno.
Let's go ahead and weigh this thing, shall we? All right, guys. Well, that's a heavy girl. You got the numbers?
Oh, you want the weight numbers?
I want the weight numbers. Did you add them together?
I did. Hopefully my math is good. I didn't double check it with the computer. Phase computer was not used.
What is the weight?
It is a total of 64.52 pounds.
64.52 pounds. What about kilograms?
That's a heavy girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, kilograms for all you, what do you call them, UKers?
You UKers out there.
That's 29.26 kg.
That's a lot of weight. Yeah, so thankfully it is an e-bike, and hopefully we won't have to be lifting this thing up and out of vehicles and all that crap, you know what I mean? So definitely a heavy girl. Very interested in riding and see what she's all about.
Looks cool.
I'm disappointed there's no horn, you know?
Well, you love my horn.
Yeah, so I'm a little disappointed it doesn't have a horn, but it does have a front LED light, the rear tail light.
But you got a really cool control panel.
The control panel is awesome.
I think that's going to be a big hit.
I think it's going to be a very big hit. I can't wait to get this thing on the road, man, and start riding it. Alright, guys, well, as always, I'm the Tick. That's Wolfman. We appreciate you watching. Please give this video a like, because everybody likes a little bit of bonus action, right?
Yeah, bonus.
And guys, we will see you on the next one. Engwe, thank you so much for sending it. The EP-2 PRO, a journey full of excitement.
I'm excited.